Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh.
The states have problem. One is Jammu and Kashmir,
Hyderabad.
then Hyderabad, then Junagadh. That's 3 states. Okay. Then we discussed about the making of constitution. 2 committees of the constitution.
Constituent Assembly and Drafting Committee.
Constituent Assembly and Drafting Committee. Okay. Who headed the Constituent Assembly?
Sir, Dr. Rajendra.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad, sir.
Very good. And who led the drafting committee?
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, sir.
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Very good. Then we discussed about the linguistic division of states. Okay. Which is the first state created
Andhra
on the
Pradesh,
basis-
sir.
Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, Andhra Pradesh. Which year? Please write down the date. And who was the leader involved in the creation of Andhra Pradesh?
Sir, Putti Sri Ramulu.
Putti Sriramulu. Putti Sriramulu went on a hunger strike on
Yes, sir. And he
15th.
died due to hunger strikes, sir.
Okay, on 15th December 1952, the 58 days of hunger strike passed and Putti Sriramulu died. Because of the death of Putti Sriramulu, there was a widespread and intense movement in Andhra Pradesh that resulted in creation of Andhra Pradesh on 1st October 1953. So please write down the date. On 1st October 1953, Andhra Pradesh was created on the basis of language. The first state created on the linguistic basis, that is Andhra Pradesh. After Andhra Pradesh, in 1956, a state's reorganization committee was framed. That is 1956. And the States Reorganization Committee of 1956 created 6 more states. Which are those 6 more states?
Sir, Punjab and Haryana, Gujarat and Maharashtra,
Okay.
and in the southern part, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, I think.
Kerala, Karnataka.
Mysore, sir. Kerala and Mysore.
Kerala and Mysore.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the topics which we discussed yesterday. Discuss the topic of economic development or the planning commission. Okay. In planning for development. In economy, there are 3 sectors. Take for a sector, that is agriculture, secondary sector, that is industry, tertiary sector, that is called service sector, like banking, insurance. These are the 3 sectors of economy. Means a nation gets income from all these 3 sectors. Primary, that is agriculture and related activity. Secondary sector is industries. Tertiary sector is service sector. Out of these sectors, when India got independence, we were not a developed country. It is very beautifully explained by Dadabhai Nauroji. He said that India was a rich milking cow. He compared India to a rich milking cow. When a British entered India, India was so prosperous, very rich country. But when the British left India, the entire wealth of India was looted by the British, and India turned into a backward country or a totally underdeveloped country. So naturally, when a country is underdeveloped, the sectors of economy, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors, they are also not developed. When India attained freedom, we were not in a position to produce the food grains which are required for our population. And India had a problem of agricultural development or investing money on the agriculture. So the constitution makers, those who framed the constitution, they decided to establish a system of economy in India which is known as mixed economy. Now, what is mixed economy? There are three types of economies. Please write down. First one is called capitalistic economy. Capitalistic. Second one is socialistic. Socialistic economy. And third one, which is started by India, is called as mixed economy. Now, what is capitalist economy? There are few countries in the world where the government won't interfere in controlling the price of the commodities. And who controls the price of the commodities? It is purely on the basis of demand and supply. When the demand for a commodity in the market is more, supply is also more, then naturally the price will be controlled. But if demand is more, supply is less, then what will happen? What will happen?
Price will down.
When demand is more, supply is less, what will happen?
Price will become, or value of money will become low, sir.
Less.
Price of a commodity shoots up. So price of a commodity goes up when the demand is more, the supply is less. Now take for example in India, every year, 1 or 2 months, we always face the problem with the two commodities. One is tomato, the second one is onions. The price of onions and tomatoes sometimes increases, or price of even the essential commodities like wheat, rice, and sugar. But in India, the price of commodities for rice, sugar, or wheat, it is always under control, because imagine if there is a shortage of supply in the market for these products, then what the government is doing? Government purchase the product from other countries and increase the supply to the market. When the supply is increased, naturally the price is controlled. But in a capitalist economy, I repeat, in a capitalistic economy, government won't interfere in controlling the price. So, America is an example for a capitalist economy. Okay, America is an example for a capitalist economy where private companies play a greater role in controlling the price. Government is neutral in as playing the deciding the price. Opposite to this, or completely reverse of socialist economy. Can you tell me then what is socialist economy?
Sir, government will
So
control
government will control, sir.
demand and
completely
supply is
control
controlled by
the
the
The price
government.
will be controlled
state
by the
government.
government.
Very good. Socialist economy means where the government is controlling everything. Okay, government will control all the how to produce, when to produce, and what to produce. All these things decided and controlled by the government.
For example,
That is
China.
called socialist economy. China is an example for a socialist economy. China and earlier Russia, that is called USSR, example for a socialist economy. Now, can you tell me, you and me are the consumers. Which economy is best for a consumer in India?
Sir, mixed economy.
Mixed economy, sir.
Mixed
Mixed
economy.
No, we are not touching mixed economy now. Out of two only you have to speak. Capitalist or socialist?
Capitalistic, sir.
Capitalistic.
Why?
Capitalist.
Why? Why?
The price will be constant every time, sir. And in the socialistic economy, the price may increase or it may decrease also, sir. So there
How,
chance that,
okay, how you can say price is constant in capitalistic economy?
sir, you are told that if the price goes down, sir, then the government takes help from the other countries. They buy goods from them, and then
In capitalist economy, government interference is not there. It's purely private sector controls economy.
What is the difference between capitalistic and mixed economy, sir?
Mixed economy will touch later. Now, I told you, capitalist economy means the factors of production or what to control, what to produce, how to produce, when to produce, everything is decided by private people, private sector. Government got least interference in a capitalist economy. Socialist economy, what to produce, how to produce, when to produce, decided by completely by the government, where
Sir, both
private people are not got any control over the mode of production, volume of production, or fixing of price. It is purely controlled by the government.
sir,
Socialist.
sir, both have a minus and plus, sir. So we cannot determine which is best for our country. Sometimes this may good and sometimes that may good, sir. So it's better to have both, sir.
It's a very diplomatic answer, Shobhan. I want very specifically you say, sir, capitalist economy is good for this reason. Sir, socialist economy is not good for this reason. One
Sir,
solid.
capitalistic economy is better, sir, because in
Why?
socialistic economy we are not given independence, sir. So China is not an independent country, sir.
Very good. This point is a valid point. Capitalist economy is good for producers. Imagine I have 200 crores rupees with me. I can produce whatever I want and I can sell and I can make profit, or you can make profit, isn't it?
sir, what is
Where
the example,
Yes, sir.
sir? What are the goods are supplied in the capitalistic economy?
capitalist, it is your wish to produce. You can't produce weapons. Anti-social नहीं हो सकता है. But you can produce
Yes,
whatever the goods and services which you wish to produce, which got a market value.
yes, sir.
So now imagine in a capitalist economy, it is good for those countries where people are on an average, they are financially good. Okay. So people are economically strong. Capitalist economy is good. Socialist economy is not good for a producer. Now imagine you and
It's good
if you
for
are having
consumers, sir.
socialist economy is not good for a producer because producer invest money, but he don't have freedom to decide the price. When
Yes,
he
sir.
don't have freedom to decide the price, he cannot fix his profit, isn't it? When he is not
Yes,
getting
sir.
a profit, do you think when a person is not getting a profit, do you think he got an interest to produce?
No,
No,
sir.
No.
sir.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the reason why India designed a new model of economy called mixed economy. What is mixed economy? We have features of both, that is capitalistic as well as
Socialistic.
socialistic economy. Okay. I'll give an example. For example, if you want to purchase a car, okay, the price of a
Yes, sir.
car is decided by the company.
Yes, sir.
Government
Private.
won't,
Yes.
government won't interfere in the fixing of a price. Okay, if you have money, you can shell out crores and you can purchase the most luxurious vehicle. If you have less money, purchase the vehicle which you can afford of. Government is not interfering in that. So purely capitalistic method. But government is interfering in the controlling of price of a essential commodities. Okay. The government is controlling the price of essential commodity because essential commodities are, as they said, essential. They are must for all the people. So government is socialistic in those commodities which are essential to the people. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So government is following the system. Government is following a system where the people essential commodity government controls the price, and luxury commodities government is not interfering. It is purely decided to the producer to fix the price. So this is called mixed economy. We can find the features of socialistic as well as capitalistic model. India, we have socialist economy. For example, free food or 1 rupee. If you give 1 rupee in PDS public distribution system, the government is giving the rice and other essential commodities. This is a socialistic feature. Okay. Whereas if you purchase electronic goods, it's not, there is no socialistic feature because it depends on the competitiveness of your capacity of purchasing. The consumer, the producer will decide the price. Okay. So India followed a system called mixed economy. Another important feature which is started by India, that is planning commission. Okay. What is called planning commission? I explained to you in the beginning. Economy is having three sectors. Can you recall the sectors which I explained to
Primary,
you?
secondary, and tertiary.
Primary, secondary, and tertiary.
Very good. Primary, secondary, and tertiary. That is agriculture sector, industrial sector, and service sector. Now, India, when attained freedom, all the three sectors of economy were not in a good condition. But whatever national income is available in our country, we cannot invest in all the three sectors. Take for example, you want to purchase a car, you want to purchase a house, or you want to purchase a two-wheeler. There are three major demands by your family members. Imagine every year you are trying to purchase out of at least one of the three, but the things are not materializing. Then you start a plan that initial 4 to 5 years, whatever excess money coming in a family, we will save that money and plan to purchase one particular thing, maybe scooter or maybe car or maybe house. Once we are through that, then we will save certain amount of money for another few years. Then we purchase the which one is first, investing money here and there or plan and accordingly invest.
Planning, sir. Planning and
And
accordingly
accordingly
invest.
invest, sir.
Okay. So India copied the planning commission. Actually, planning commission was introduced, planned economy was introduced by Lenin. Belongs to which country?
Russia, sir.
Russia. Very
Yeah.
good. Lenin, after Russian Revolution in 1917, introduced planning commission in Russia. Accordingly, in Russia, they started investing their money initially for 10 years only in agriculture sector. So same in India, the first 5 year plan in India completely concentrated on development of agriculture. That means how they done? We started constructing dams and investing money on research on high yielding variety of seeds. So because of construction of dams providing irrigation or water facilities, India could achieve the green revolution by 1960. So achieving green revolution is purely because of our planned economy. So initially, Indian Planning Commission invested money in the agriculture sector. The second 5-year plan, that is in the year 1956, now they focused on development of heavy industries, okay, like iron and steel industries. Because one sector is partially developed, that is the sector of agriculture. Once the sector of agriculture is developed, now they decided to invest money on the second sector, that is industrial sector. So accordingly, the money was invested on development of iron and steel industries. Tata Iron and Steel Industry, that is TISCO, it is one such industry which started because of the Planning Commission. Okay, but there were few who were not fully supporting the system of investment. Okay, for example, Miraben, a follower of Mahatma Gandhi, she wrote that science and machinery may get huge returns for a time, but ultimately will come for dissolution. We have to got to study the nature's balance and develop our lives within her laws if we are to survive as a physically healthy and morally decent species. Now you can see here, it is a very forward thinking by Miraben, follower of Mahatma Gandhi, because today we speak about ecological balance, maintaining ecological balance. Don't use plastic or sustainable development. We speak about sustainable development. Why all this today we speak? Because we never thought that our industrial investment or we start more and more factories and more factories will bring a lot of income to the country, but in return these factories are responsible for pollution. One of the finest example it is in front of us is Bhopal gas tragedy. The Bhopal gas tragedy, the leaking of methyl isocyanate in a company, that is Union Carbide company. The leaking of methyl isocyanate led to the death of thousands of people. Even today, people who suffered because of that gas tragedy have got problem with the breathing related issues, asthma and other problems. So sustainable development, or we sometimes we for our convenience we are not given enough importance to uh, take care of the nature. Okay, that is what the opposition for development of industries. Okay, now let us move to the last topic of the chapter, that is the nation 60 years on. But today it is not 60 years. How many years on?
75, sir.
75. That
75
is
years of independence.
Azadi ka Amrit
Mahotsav.
Mahotsav. Okay. So today we attain freedom on 15th August. But if when we celebrate the Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav or 75 years of independence, can we proudly say that India is one such democratic country where we have no problems, or rather, least problems? Or do you feel that still we have several problems left to
Yes, sir.
get solved?
Yes, sir. Some problems are left yet.
Okay, can you name?
The religious problems are nowadays we are facing the hijab. There is protest on wearing of hijab, sir, in the whole country, sir. From
Okay,
many
one
places.
problem. Then,
Sir, there are many problems, sir. First is development of backward community, that is EC, backward caste. Sir, that they have to given equal
very,
equity in the society, sir.
very good.
Sir, more villages are lacking of hospitality, so they should
Yes,
also
sir.
give some hospitals to all the villages.
Sir, and many
Okay,
villages
And
don't have doctors, sir.
in the education sector also, sir.
Changes should be made in court systems, sir.
very good.
Sir,
So,
there should be more number of judges to hear the for the judgment, sir. There are less number of uh, judges in the India.
okay, good. There should be speeding up of
Uh,
judgment system.
Cases,
yes, sir.
yes.
Okay, good. So it's a time where we have to evaluate the progress in the country. Okay. The major problem still now we are facing is one of the major problem is poverty. Okay. In India, even today, nearly 30% of people they are under BPL, that is called below poverty line. Now, what is called poverty? The economics define poverty is a position of a person who is unable to get the 3 square meals per day and the basic necessity like food and shelter. If a person is not able to get the 3 meals per day and a decent place to stay and a decent clothes to wear, if that is a condition, he is considered as poor. That is called below poverty line. अब जिसका पास पैसा है वो कपड़ा नहीं पहनता है, he cannot be called as poor. Okay, I am talking is unable to purchase commodities. So naturally, what happened? We have a large slum system in India. For example, Dharavi, the slum in Mumbai, it is the world's largest slum. Those who watch the movie called Slumdog Millionaire, you may
Yes, sir.
be, yeah,
It got
Slumdog Millionaire. It got Oscar award. Can you tell me why it got Oscar award?
it showed a bitter truth of
Yeah, it showed the dirty picture of India. Actually, Lagan movie of Amir Khan. Lagan movie was also nominated for Oscar, but in Lagan movie, there is the victory of Indian culture or Indians over the Europeans. So naturally, that movie was not appreciated and awarded Oscar. But this movie was awarded because it shown a different picture of India. Okay, even in awards and ceremonies also, you can see a lot of favoritism is going on. Now, one of the major problem India is facing is the proper accommodation. We are unable to provide accommodation because of the concentration of population in the few centers like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi. These are the metro cities. People travel across from the countryside in search of the job. Second major problem in India that even though constitution say that we are equal, untouchability is banned, there is no religious sentiments. But as you rightly pointed out, India is one such country where religious dogmas still control the society. Take for example in 21st century also, where children who attend the school, students who are going to the schools and college, they say that our dress is more important, our religion is more important than the education. That means somewhere these kind of religious sentiments, it is an hindrance in the process of development. There are several places in India, even today, untouchability is glorified. Even though untouchability is a punishable offense according to IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, it is a punishable offense. But still, if you go to the remote villages, there are few places where even today the scheduled caste they were treated as untouchables.
So like they people should only cut the hair and they're religiously they are following their kinds of communities.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Where one of the reason for this is the literacy rate. Why these kind of practices which we cannot see in the towns and cities? Because the more number of educated people, when the literacy rate is going up, then naturally certain customs and traditions slowly wither away from the society. So the best option is that if you want to implement a right to equality, that is very important, that we should give more importance for the spreading of education. People should be aware of the constitutional rights. So we should also concentrate more on opening schools and colleges in the remote areas.
And giving midday meals in every schools,
Okay,
government schools.
that is one of the best policy introduced by the government of India according to the UNICEF. Okay, that is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Because there were many, actually in India, we had a severe problem of child infant death, where children were dying in a young age because of lack of nutritious food. And malnourishment is a major problem in India, even today. Malnourishment means where the children, toddlers and children, they were not able to get the
Get your food.
required nutritious food. That's the reason why Anganwadis and Balwadis were open, where they started giving them milk, egg, and other protein powders so that the child death can be controlled. In India, the government has taken several steps to promote and to develop the nation. But the problem comes here, what about the people's participation? Is a planning or the government project is successfully implemented in India, or somewhere it is misused or by the leaders?
It is misused by leaders.
Misused by the leaders, isn't it? For example, if 100 crores is allotted for a plan, hardly 10 crores will reach to the plan. The leftover 80 to 90 crores will be taken by the
leaders.
political party leaders,
Corruption is
government
also a major
officials,
problem in India.
all those things.
Corruption, sir.
Corruption is a major problem. Okay. How to solve the problem of corruption?
So, laws should be made against corruption.
Okay.
Law
We
should
should
be made
people
like
should be honest,
if
sir.
a person want to contend for a political position, then he should be qualified enough.
Okay. Now,
They
who
should
is
be
making
taken a
this
best
law?
interviews for getting a political party. There should be a best interview performance to take him in, sir.
Now, who is making the law?
Government, sir.
Government. Politicians are making the law. Do you think the politicians will make law in which such a way even their own freedom is restricted?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. The laws are based on the
Supreme Court
demand
should
of the
take
people,
the
sir.
steps. Supreme
Yeah.
Court should take the
Supreme Court
Uh,
should take the. Okay.
yes, sir.
But one positive point, when you compare India in from the last 10-20 years back, that means maybe 1980s and 1990s, today we have several changes. For example, we have there's a good transparency in economics, where the government of India gives money directly to the farmer's account, where there is a less role, rather no role for a middle person to play. That's a good plan. And now you can see a lot of digital transfer of money is introduced. Okay. So slowly there are strict laws are introduced in India. But one problem in India is our population. We have huge population and geographically very vast country. Why in Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Greece, Turkey, all these small countries, why they are fast progressing? Because geographically they are very small countries, population is very less, moreover, tax is very high.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the reason why they are progressing. Okay, so this is about that particular chapter, that is India after independence. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Please.
Sir, in Jammu and Kashmir, Sri Hari Singh, Sir Raja Hari Singh was there, sir, and the majority of the population of Jammu and Kashmir at the time of freedom, sir, it was a Muslim. Sir,
Yes.
as you have told that he signed a treaty that he will join with India, he will be united with us. So then why the Pakistan is again trying to take Kashmir from India, sir?
Pakistan not accepted that as the rule. Okay,
Yes, sir.
because initially Raja Hari Singh promised that he will join Pakistan. Pakistan, even now also, imagine now the government of India made Jammu and Kashmir, the Article 370 is removed, but
Sir, what,
Pakistan is creating a problem.
sir, what was
That
there in
is
Article 370, sir?
special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Some Jammu and Kashmir had a separate constitution. If there is no need of hoisting national flag in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. That was the situation in the past. There is no need that Jammu and Kashmir should recite the national anthem. But today that is gone. Today they are the states. But
Ye-
Pakistan will never stop all those things. Take for example, when the hijab problem is going in Karnataka, but Pakistan says it's not correct
yes, sir.
because Pakistan is always trying to play in the fishing in the troubled water.
Yes,
So
sir.
that attitude cannot be changed.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Please ask.
Sir, the same example, I'm also buying a car, sir, but the car's price is above the reasonable price, sir. So can't complain to the government, sir.
Car is considered as a luxury. Like commodities are defined as basic necessities and luxury.
Yes, sir.
So government will not interfere in the luxury. Comforts now, sedan cars are not luxury, they are the comforts today. But according to the government, necessities, comforts, and luxury, government will not interfere in the luxury commodities. Government will not interfere. Of course, if he is having a problem with the taxation and all, then you can approach the government. Fixing of the price, government will not interfere.
Yes, sir.
Government can interfere. Take for example, now BS6 engines are coming. It is compulsory that the car should have minimum 2 airbags. The government will interfere in that. Okay. Safety features. That is the government. Government's interference is there. But fixing of price, government cannot interfere. Okay, then take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Sir.